So just when you thought navigating real estate market couldn't get any more interesting, a major shakeup has arrived. On March 15th of 2024, the National Association of Realtors, which we call NAR, reached a settlement agreement after facing lawsuits regarding real estate commissions. This has been going on for several years now. So this is big news for home buyers. And here are the top 3 things that you need to know if you are looking to buy a home. Number 1, you might have more say in commission costs because you're going to probably be paying some. Traditionally, sellers paid the commission for both their listing agent and the buyer's agent. While this NAR settlement removes a rule requiring sellers to advertise commission offers on listings. So this means you, the buyer, could potentially have more leverage to negotiate the commission your agent receives because you're going to be paying for it. So while the legalities are still settling, there's a chance that you can see a shift towards varying commission structures like flat fees or hourly rates, but definitely be prepared for retainers. Number 2, written agreements are now standard practice. The settlement emphasizes the importance of clear communication between buyers and their agents. Expect a rise in written buyer-broker agreements now because this is going to be enforced in July, but they're going to outline the services provided by the agent and their compensation. So this is going to ensure that everyone is on the same page from the outset, protecting both you and your realtor. Now you're going to know how much is getting paid all up front. Number 3, the future of real estate representation is evolving. The NAR settlement opens the door for more innovation in how buyers secure representation. No more agents opening doors for you just because you see a for sale sign. It's time to commit to agents if you want to buy a home with a professional. We might see a rise in discount brokerages or a wider range of commission structures offered by traditional realtors. What does this mean for you? Let's wrap this all up, right? This settlement signifies a potential shift in power dynamics within the real estate market. As a home buyer, it is important to stay informed and ask questions. So here are some key takeaways that I want you guys to take note of. Do your research. You're going to have to start exploring different commission structures, interview several realtors before choosing one, and don't just choose your friend. Choose someone who knows what they're doing, a professional in this industry. You're going to get it in writing. Make sure you have a clear understanding of the services that your agent is going to be providing you and how much they're going to be compensated through a signed buyer broker agreement. None of this like, nah, I'm not ready to sign or commit, because if you're ready to buy a house, you have to commit to an agent now. The bottom line, the NAR settlement is giving buyers and sellers a level playing field because now buyers are ultimately responsible for paying and negotiating their own representation. Typically, that buyer agency representation was already built into the purchase price, but now it's going to be separate and the buyer's responsibility, which can be added as concessions at closing. But if you need closing cost, this is going to be a little bit of a pickle, right? Wow, it makes sense for buyers to pay for their own agent. Obviously, they're your agent. For over 100 years, it's been paid for through the purchase price by the listing agent, which is essentially the seller. That's how this whole lawsuit started. Okay. So while the long-term effects are still unfolding, this can create negative impacts for our FHA and VA buyers that are limited by how much they can or cannot pay or receive in terms of concessions, whereby eliminating the ability to be represented, especially considering they don't typically have the funds beyond the down payment to begin with. So these are all things that you're going to need to consider if purchasing a home as an FHA or VA buyer. Still trying to figure this out. Real estate is changing once again, and we still have more questions and answers, but stay tuned. As a longtime real estate professional, I have to always learn and adapt with the changes that our industry has to make sure that we are keeping our service to our clients top notch. If you have any questions about this or buying a property in this market, please call me at 407-801-9914.